Okay, this is an interesting little treat for you guys. It's New Year's Day. It's 2019 officially. Happy New Year's. Annie's father is out here visiting his birth home, which is on the outskirts of Ningbo in a little village. His birth home is still standing, which is interesting. And Annie and all of us are out here exploring.
这是我们的old 房子。
Yeah.
这个是我爸爸的。
对。
爸爸的。
Last time, long ago, there's a big, huge lake in here, and that's the edge of the lake.
The lake.
Yeah.
So the lake would go farther that way. They fill it in.
Very big. Bigger than 4 times.
That's Dad's house.
Four times. The lake is 4 times bigger than Dongqiao.
My grandma.
Your dad was born here?
That lady is one of my grandma's best friends. They call her Big Butt Auntie.
Big butt auntie?
Yeah, he's
Who,
91.
This lady here walking this way is 91?
Yeah.
你好。啊，你好。
阿拉宝贝宝贝。
哎呀，这干好了，哎呀你哎，阿拉劳动人怎么啦？
Having fun?
Cold.
Is that better?
Yeah.
So this area used to be a lake? It just used to be a lake, go out.
So this is a lake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Double lake.
That they filled all of this in.
No, filled 100 years ago. All our factory area is a lake.
Oh, okay.
And it starts from here.
How long did your dad live here? Until
My dad
when?
lived here until my sister born.
Oh, okay.
They married here. All his family married here.
So your dad would fish on this,
Not
this
this
river?
fish. They fish far away. Go.
Annie's father was a cormorant fisherman. That's where they take the boats and they have the birds that work on the boats. They're like pets on the boat. And the cormorant birds go and fish, bring the fish back to the boat, and then drop the fish into the boat for the boss man, which was Annie's father. Quite a time later, when the communism kind of fell here in China, they started doling out factories to notable people in the area, and Annie's father got a factory, and that kind of got him started in the industry here in Ningbo. What is that, honey? What? Say hi, baby. Where's he going?
Okay. Every family has. And uncle said a little bit in front they wash the toilet stuff, and this one is only for cooking and water stuff.
Well, you know.
So cool.
There's a saying in America, don't shit where you eat. It's a saying in America. Apparently you were shitting and eating at the same spot. That's a problem, right, Dada?
Yeah.
Don't shit where you eat. So this was the family house.
A few years ago when you come back, they have maybe 10 or 15 years ago when we come back, still have the old door, have my grandpa write down the numbers because he's calculating.
Grandpa 有很多房子，这个，这找爸爸，这找了爸爸。哎呀。
Wow, look at this old guy. He's so short.
This big butt auntie's husband.
You like Daddy's hat? Where's Daddy's hat? Yeah. Where's Daddy's hat? You guys get that finger? You guys catching that finger?
She always plays something.
Now we're gonna go and watch some local Ningbo Opera. Does this happen every Chinese New Year?
No, since they left, they never have this opera.
Oh wow, so this is a new thing.
My dad.
Is your dad like a big head honcho in this area? Sort of?
Our family is one of the successful family from this village.
Yeah. I love me some tea eggs. Nothing like tea eggs on the road. 2 or 3 tea eggs and I'm good for the morning. Are they speaking Ningbo Hua? Is this the Ningbo language? Now, I've talked about this before, but China has a whole bunch of different dialects in Mandarin and Cantonese. So here in Ningbo, they speak a dialect called Ningbo Hua, and the opera is being sung in Ningbo Hua. If you were a normal Mandarin speaker and understand Mandarin, you wouldn't be able to understand what they're saying. Chinese opera is like sort of like a seasonal luxury for villagers. You know, you might not have cable, you might not have, you know, radio even. But in the old days, you'd put up a tent and there would be roving artists that would drive around in troops, you know, troops of artists, and they'd put a show on. And you know, you'd pay them and they'd come to the village and you'd invite everybody. Typically it was a thing that's open to the whole community, so the whole village can kind of sit down and watch a show, and a lot of them know all these performances by heart, the local performances. Of course today it's kind of interesting, that's an LED screen behind. Like it's a new take on an old tradition.
Years ago we did it for my grandma's birthday.
I remember, yeah. Oh, your sister was born here?
Yeah, sister was born.
Oh yeah, that's what you said.
She was here.
Wow. And then they moved out, and then you came into the world.
I live in the new house.
These girls are cute. Go.
Oh,
Go.
马看，这里是意式青，
意式青，
东厢房、西厢房，就是 talking
in the hangout room. This is where you got the big screen TV, the couch and everything, the big refrigerator. Just, yeah. 8个小时，然后睡觉了。That's an old style bed box spring. Interesting. You want to sleep on that bed? Maybe that's better.
This, you know the material in Kuala Lumpur when we drive out from the airport, those trees?
Yeah, hanging.
Yeah, this material.
Looks comfortable.
这个房子是好，旁边有水，跟地毯，跟皮毛完没有，很少掉。
等等这个。
一把的，一把的，来坐着。You like it?
You like it?
Here's a dad. They play hiding and seek.
Back when your dad played hide and seek, 60 years ago.
Oh wow.
Jeez. Picture that. This hallway, no internet, no TVs, no real automobiles, nothing. Just kids playing around. No iPads, no iPhones, no apps, no earphones you can put in your ears and listen to hip tune. Back then, when your dad was a kid, I mean, what was this place like?
It's just like this, smaller. Maybe the road is a little bit smaller, but the houses.
But I'm talking like life, you know? When was your dad here last time? Like, when was his last visit?
We come here
once a year?
Like 5 years, 2 years, I don't know.
Yeah, long time.
I have come here maybe totally like 8 times.
In your life?
Here's one village, and over the bridge is another village. My grandma has a very good friends over the bridge. They're living there. And she take care of me when I was born.
Oh, all your food pretty much came from here, right? Like for the village? Probably.
They are fishermen. They
Yeah.
own land.
Oh.
My dad family is fishing.
Be careful.
Be careful. Be careful, wagon.
Be careful, Wagong. There's a car coming. Everybody's trying to point out, like, I remember this, I remember this. Oh! But all the memories must be flooding back. It's kind of interesting to think about, like, having that much time at a place that's so different. For these guys, the life they live now and the life that they grew up is so starkly different. Like, crazy starkly different.
Oh my gosh.
What?
She said, who is this? My dad said, I'm Shiju. Oh, you're so tall now.
Family, Wang Jayoe.
Yeah. This is your village, honey.
You very good. Wang Jayoe，粤语香港的。哎，我现在再去游戏，超比了。
So yeah, this is the village plaque. And this is Annie's family name, Wang. So this whole village is basically their village in a large part. As a matter of fact, Annie's father donated quite a bit to this performance as part of giving back to the community that he grew up in. I'm the first foreigner in the Wang, what is it called? Wang Jia. Wang Jayoe. First one. Actually, I have video of like where my dad used to grow up and the neighborhood there. It was a little bit different, but it wasn't as drastically different as this place is from the place we live right now. Time passes, things change. China is changing quick.